Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Friday, January 23rd, 2015. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on out there right now. But let's take a look first at yesterday's announcements. Jobless claims came in slightly elevated, and as expected, the petroleum status report actually showed kind of a large inventory buildup. Well, not because it's cheap. I think it's just cyclical. And if we actually go and take a look at this, we can see that if you were going to play these as a trend, you definitely can see a pattern here, don't you think? And if we look at, well, let's see here. This is, it's got like a 1, 2, 3. The cycle is approximately 6 months in length, roughly 6 to 7 months, maybe 8 months. Before we get a full cycle here, this one's 5 months. This one is 8 months. So there's definitely just a cycle here, and probably nothing to really be worried about. I don't think, anyway. And of course, jobless claims. They were looking for 300,000, and they had 307,000, I think the number was. So today we have PMI manufacturing index, existing home sales. Only 2 announcements for today. Okay, so here, oil is actually heading back down again after a little bit of a peak yesterday when the king of Saudi Arabia passed away and his brother took over, and his half-brother is going to be after that. So there's a little bit of a shake-up in the oil industry. But they really like this. The QE over in Europe, the market here really liked it. And you saw that surge later on in the afternoon. After lunch, it just took off, and there was no looking back. And I got burned pretty good on my positions. All right. Speaking of, let's take a look at the futures here. This is my chart of the day, and we'll get to this in a minute. But right now it looks like we'll be opening with a slight gap up. Gold pulled back a little bit. Looks like it might have been above, or very close to being above, 1,300. Tried rolling my call yesterday, and I couldn't get on GLD, and I couldn't get what I was looking for. Oil is at 46.86 after taking after a surge yesterday, I believe. Without looking at a chart, the dollar's at 95.18, and look at the euro US dollar. So we're going to spend a little bit here on the chart of the day. A new feature here. Every chart is a chart of the day. But anyway, here on the weekly chart, if you had gone short this pair, say around April or June of last year, even into July and August and September, well, anyway, you would be very rich after having myself traded currency or dabbled in it slightly. You can make a lot of money here, but it's unregulated, and I found that if you put like limit orders in, the market makers, like I said, it's unregulated. They'll come down and take them out, and then pop back up and give you a loss. I mean, it's dirty business out there, trading these currency pairs. So I just like to watch what's going on. It's a good way to compare the two. But it's a vicious, vicious trading environment, let me tell you. But this is a pretty interesting chart, don't you think? We got this PPS signal here back in March. And if you had enough guts, you just go short. Maybe just buy one lot and not put a limit order in, and you would be very rich. And there's a lot of money to be made there. Anyway, nice chart of the day. Okay, yesterday took my lumps on SPX and TSLA. We'll look at those charts when we come up, and of course all the other alerts and such. I had a yawn there. Alerts and such that I had set up, none of them came through because almost everything was totally green across the board yesterday. And let's see here if it's still out here. Yeah, here I was trying to, I was looking for a 77-cent credit to move my March to April, 123, because then I would have been in a place where my extrinsic would have been greater than the amount that it was in the money. Remember, I talked about that yesterday, and that would have been a good deal. But it didn't happen. I think probably because gold might have pulled back. And we'll take a look at the intraday chart when we get to it. All right, here we have Apple. Earnings coming up, so we're not going to pay any attention to it. Let's take a look at ABX a little bit early. Normally we'd look at Monday. This covered call actually went in the money up here yesterday and the day before that. Both days it went in the money and then came back out. So there's a decision to be made. If I look at the monitor tab, I can close this whole thing out for $310 right now. Just buy back the call and sell the stock. And that's where I'd be at. So that would be a good play. So I'm just going to think about this and see where we go on it. Amazon, we have earnings coming up. Boeing has earnings coming up. Baba, earnings. Just next week? Yeah, I'm not getting the weekly divisions here. I think I need to zoom in just a tad more here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they have earnings next week. So actually, I probably could have played them this week. BIDU. Let's go back out again. No earnings. Now, this alert did go off in the morning, I believe. No, I didn't have an alert on them. I had an alert on Costco. I think RUT was the one that triggered yesterday. Let's see here. There's a closed SPX and a closed TSLA. Oh, here we go. Alert on RUT. Okay. Yeah, that went off at 9:48 and came and took a look at it a little bit later and go, yeah, that's why we don't trade before 10 o'clock. So BIDU was on our chart yesterday. Actually didn't partake in the market all that much, so I'm putting them back on for today. And I think I'm going to put an alert here. And we'll put it at 226.69 or thereabouts, at or below. I don't know. I should get up a little bit closer to the close, I think. So let's go up here. And that is at 228.52. And this would only be a day trade. That's all I'm interested in here. 226, yeah, it looks like it's, well, I don't know. We can't tell here. It's very hard to tell without any actual shares having changed hands where it's going to go. Chipotle, it's still in just a setup, even though I put an alert on it. Chipotle is still not sure about. I just don't know where that one is going. Costco, we still have an alert on it, but you know what? I'm going to take a pass on it now because, well, it might go back into the setup mode. What do I want to do here? I'm not sure because I don't know. I'm just going to take a pass on Costco and take them totally off my list. All right, peek at the Dow. Still kind of struggling for the year, I guess you could say. At least DJX. Here's my cover call on gold that I tried to roll. I'm not sure what's going to happen today. We're kind of deep in the money. But what I tried to do was, let me show you here. We have this March, and we have now we're looking a little bit better right now because now the extrinsic is 364. And the last price is 125, and this is at 123, so that's $2 difference. And our extrinsic is 364, so we're safe, back to being safe, I guess you could say. So now we're looking at it's going to pull back a little bit today. So we're safe now. So I don't need to worry about that order. It's just it was just a day order anyway. All right, Google. We have earnings coming up. LinkedIn. Still in a setup. And it's a powerful setup, actually. You know, if it does a pullback from here, that could be an interesting trade. And we have earnings sometime in the future out here on 2.5. So we got plenty of time to play with that one. So there may be a day trade here. I'd only be in for today with today's expiration, so I'm going to put an alert on this somewhere up around here. Just because they're very short term day trade, I just want to see if it's going to open down. And can we tell anything here? 226, so we're looking at like about 228. So to me it looks like it's going to gap up, and we really don't have to worry about that. Last was 224, we're looking at 228. So that's probably not going to be happening for us today for a bear call. MNX, NDX pair. Definitely still on my shopping list for a. Let me make this target a little bit bigger. For a bear call. I'll put that on the list. And I'm going to put an alert on this one too. Up there, at or below. So let me know if it's heading down this morning. I might want to take advantage, see what's happening here. I might want to take advantage of that. Let's see, MNX only has monthlies. NDX has weeklies. So we would have to go with next week. Okay, how about SPX? What do they have? Okay, their normal expiration is today, but the rest of these look like they expire on Thursday night, and they, work off of today's print. All right, Netflix. today's opening print. Nice surge yesterday on Netflix, staying away from it for right now. The S&P 100, we had an alert on it. Still looking for a bearish trade on that, so let's slide this up to around there, which is 898, and we'll put that on our list. OEX with a down arrow, moving right along price line. Same story. Do we have something changing here? Trend change? I don't know. Maybe. IV is pretty low. I think I'm going to just put it on for today and see what might happen there. Second day in a row for that. Or is it the third day? It's the third day in a row. Yeah, third day in a row. Waiting for it to make its move. I'm going to throw an alert on here. It's not alertable, but it's an alert for a day trade. Rate, yeah. Might want to move this up just a tad more. I want to move up over here. Yeah, let's go up there. Okay, that's a little bit. I just want an early alert. Something to rattle my cage. And here we have the Russell. Same thing. We'll throw an alert on here. Probably if any one of these goes off, if I'm sitting here, I'm probably going to be inundated with alerts if the market opens down. SPX would be a trade with an expiration of today, if I ever get to it here. We have the same story there. Tesla. Oh, yeah, I should go back here to SPX. As soon as it does. Come on. I have like nothing else running. There's no reason for you to be that slow. Alright, so I got out around here yesterday. Didn't take the total hit. As a matter of fact, I think it was only about 1/3 of my max loss. And then Tesla took kind of a big hit on that. Almost max loss on Tesla. So let's get rid of this. Should have got rid of the other one too. And we'll start over on this actually with a... it's still looking pretty ripe to me. So I'm actually going to put it back on my list. I just got in way too early on this. I don't know what I was thinking. And you get in too early without waiting for that hook, and you can get your fingers burnt. So I did get my fingers burnt. So it's back on the list for today, just like it was yesterday, waiting for that hook. And Visa, I think, has earnings, so we're going to take a pass on that. Earnings are actually next week. So it's Friday, and I hope you do enjoy your weekend. I know that I am going to enjoy mine. And next week is the last week of the month. The last week I'll be in Columbus area. And then we head down to Florida, but we will be broadcasting, coming to you from sunny, hopefully, Orlando, Florida. Thanks a heap for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.